Hello friends, this is Michael Lindsay again today. These are the daily devotions here on the Christian Construction Podcast. We've been looking at the rich young ruler this week. We've noticed what he had, and then we began yesterday to look at what he did not have. We see that he did not have spirituality. Secondly, I want you to notice this. Here is a young man that did not have satisfaction. Notice what he says as he comes to the Lord Jesus. Jesus says, "Have you done all of these things?" And he says, "I have." And then he asks the Lord, he says, "What lack I yet?" Here is a young man who, although he may have been clean morally, it appears he had kept the law, he was still missing something in his life. He was not satisfied with his life. Friend, you can look in the world. Here's a young man who was not looking in a pill bottle. Here's a young man who was not looking in the liquor bottle. He was not out in the world in immorality, living in some type of sexual immorality or gross sinfulness. But here is a young man who appeared to be a clean young man. Yet in his cleanness, in his religion, he had no satisfaction. You can go to the world, you can do everything that the world does, you can live like the devil, you can wallow around in the mud of the hog pen, or you can be religious and you can be clean and you can wear all the right clothes, say all the right things, do all the right things, but neither of these things equals satisfaction in Jesus. Here is a young man who had lived his life and had done well for himself, but in spite of all of these things, there was no satisfaction in this rich young ruler's life. And you can be just like him. You can have a good family. You can do well for yourself. You can have everybody in the world pulling for you, everybody in the church pulling for you to do right. But that will never satisfy you. You will always have to go back for more to try to satisfy the hunger and the longing and the missing thing in your life. That missing thing is a relationship with the Lord Jesus Christ. Friend, don't be like the rich young ruler, but once you have come to Christ, you find out what it is that you're lacking and you be obedient to God and what He tells you to do. We do hope you'll tune in tomorrow for the conclusion of our series on the rich young ruler here on the Daily Devotions on the Christian Construction Podcast.